Yes, absolutely. Well, once again, if you are just joining us, we have Seanie Vaughan on the air. We've been trying to get you guys to come to his concert on July 23rd for the past couple weeks. Again, if you haven't got your tickets yet, now is the time to do it. There's only a limited number of tickets for the VIP, which is $45 a ticket. You get there 2 hours before the show. You get to hang out with us. You get to meet Seanie and the band members. You get a lot of awesome freebies. And if you do want to get a pre-sale ticket, it's only $15. Can't beat that. And then if you do decide the last minute to come on the day of, you can get them at the door for only $20.
And the first pint will be on us. And as we all know here, and I'm sure, Shawnee, you can attest to this, there is no one greater in the world to share a pint with than an Irishman. And we'll have an authentic one here.
That's for sure. I mean, like, there's no arguing with it, but you have to experience it for yourself. So, you know, you got to get down to the House of Blues on the 23rd.
Yes, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing we have. This is Shawnee's first time coming over here to America, and it's right here in Cleveland, Ohio. Don't miss your chance.
And for the listeners, we are going to play two songs off Shawnee's new album, Redemption. And Shawnee, if you will, just kind of briefly describe the background of the songs. We're going to be playing Culture and For the Sake of Love.
Yeah, I suppose two contrasting songs. Culture was one that I wrote about a situation that was emerging here in the north of Ireland last summer when there was kind of we have come a long way in Northern Ireland in terms of, you know, the peace process and that. Last year, it just seemed the fire seemed to be stoked a small bit again when the Belfast City Council raised the tricolour on their city hall, just to kind of in solidarity and just, you know, as a kind of a gesture towards people in the south, you know, that we're moving along. But not everybody saw it in that way, you know. The unionist side felt that it was a foreign flag in their country, and why should it be hanging there on a state building, if you like. And I kind of got the sense that, you know, what are you fighting for? Like, why? There's absolutely no need for this whatsoever. You know, like British flags have been flying in Dublin for many years as a sign of kind of we've come a lot further than fighting with one another. And I suppose that's what the song Culture is about. You know, you got to leave the past behind. I'm not saying that you should forget it. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that it's time to move on in a kind of more peaceful direction. And, you know, I don't really write political songs a lot of the time. But that's something that I kind of felt strongly about, that, you know, especially on a kind of international stage, that it put us back a lot, I thought. The violence on the streets of Belfast and rioting and looting and fires and stuff like that was in the international news, and it was not something that's not Belfast anymore, that's not Ireland anymore, and I just felt that, you know, that we needed to kind of take a step away from that. So that's Culture. And then For the Sake of Love, then, is kind of it's an upbeat love song. You know, it's a kind of a lot of the songs that were on the first album, Alter Vision, were kind of love songs, and this kind of follows in a similar enough vein. It's just, you know, a story of two people meeting and how they fell in love and what they expect from one another, and that. And you know, it's one of my favorite songs on the album.
Well, Shawnee, I think that's one of the great things about this CD is it's such a wide variety of topics to talk about. You can go from For the Sake of Love, which is a much lighter song, more upbeat, and then Culture, which has such a strong meaning behind it. Props to you for being, you know, such wide on the spectrum as well.
And I have to say, Ghost Town Blues is one of my favorite cuts off the track. It's so different. I didn't know we're not going to be playing it tonight, but I didn't know if just briefly you just wanted to talk a little bit about that song and kind of the thought process.
Ghost Town Blues is very different. It's there's a long story to Ghost Town Blues. My background is that I grew up in a pub I wasn't born in a pub or anything like that. We're not that bad in Ireland just yet. But my parents had a pub in Connemara in Galway, if anybody knows it there. Mm-hmm. And I took it over with my best friend. I thought it would be after we finished college, and I thought that this was a very good idea. But it was probably good for partying, but not good in terms of a business venture. So I wrote this song about the good times that we had, and basically how we kind of we weren't fazed by anything, if you like, and there was a lot of fun, and there was nothing bothered us really. And I suppose I try to get that across in the song, because it's a folky kind of a song, but it's very diverse and it's very different, and there's lots of different kind of strange sounds in it. If you listen to the vocal harmony in the background, it's a very strange, nearly Bee Gees-esque kind of vocal harmony, which it sounds ridiculous when you're recording it on your own in a studio, believe me. But when it comes together in the song, it adds to the atmosphere of the song. Also, there's the guitars that are used in it are quite different in terms of, sometimes I'm strumming an open tune on the guitar and just raucously kind of playing it, and it's just the idea of getting across fun, just being young, having a party, and I hope that comes through in it,
Right, and I can personally attest. I have had a chance to go to the pub. We had to stop there when we were in Ireland, and very hospitable, an excellent time. If you're ever over there in Clifton, over on the West Coast, I would highly recommend stopping in for a pint. And mentioning the pub, we know that one of your first music videos was actually filmed in the pub, and I know that you guys are kind of putting together a new video. I didn't know if there's anything you could share as far as the process behind the old video, and then maybe what's going on with the new video and how things have changed.
Sure, yeah. I suppose kind of, again, we realized the value of putting something up on YouTube that wasn't just an image, and that we wanted to get something up there. And we also wanted to kind of show our roots, where we're from. The guys in the band are from Mayo. They can't help that, and I got to help a brother out, So that we went down to Galway to the pub, and we filmed the video there, and it was just kind of it's recorded. The video is recorded to the song "The Valley," which kind of is kind of telling, the song is telling about kind of an old life and a new life, and moving from generation to generation. And I suppose I tried to get that across in the video. You can take a look at it. It's up on YouTube there. Just type in Seanie Vaughan, The Valley. And I was kind of proud to get the pub in the background there, so that people could kind of always get a look at it and see what was going on. And one of the things that has been picked up on it is that in part of it, our props are some pints of Guinness. But because there was many takes that day, and there was many props used. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
But we do have plans for. We're actually in the process of recording another video at the moment, and the way that we're actually going to do that might be quite unusual in terms of we're doing a video across 3 songs, if you like, nearly like one video feeds into another, so that it's kind of, the idea would be that that once you look at one video, that you want to see another video, and so on and so forth, so that it's more kind of engaging to the viewer, and hopefully that the music as well is something that they pick up on, and the kind of the themes that are running throughout it, So that's the plan for the new video, and that's what we're doing at the minute. We're shooting that at the moment between the East Coast and the West Coast. We're doing it between Dublin and Galway, and we're going to take a little break from that to come over to the States to play for you guys. So it'll be great when we get it finished, and I hope everybody enjoys it.
And we appreciate it. Once again, we have Seanie Vaughan here. He's going to be playing the House of Blues on July 23rd. I just wanted to mention that Hooli Hour with Bridget and Josh on Facebook. If you want to go ahead to that Facebook page, we'll make sure to post a link to the video shot in the pub for the Valley, so our listeners can get a chance to go ahead and just go ahead and watch that.
Yeah, and Seanie, what is your Facebook information as well, so people can keep following up with you if they want to know more of your tour dates if they can't make it to Cleveland? You want to go ahead and share your social media information?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can check out, firstly, you can check out my website, SeanieVaughanMusic.com. Also, you can check out Facebook. Is probably the best place to get news and info. And it's just Seanie Vaughan Music on Facebook. So Facebook.com/Seanie Vaughan Music. And you can get all these competitions there and tour details and stuff like that. So, great.
Awesome. Well, just to wrap everything up, just so our fans entice them even more if they haven't already to go buy their tickets as soon as they can. What can we expect on July 23rd? Let's pump up the crowd,
We're going to
get
have
them
an
excited.
absolutely brilliant night. I'm telling you, it's going to be the energy that we're feeling now at the moment for going to Cleveland and for playing for you guys is unreal. We're really looking forward to bringing our music to you guys and to having a real party. And as we say and as you say, having a hoolie.
and I think we've been promised that we're going to hear the real gritty rock star stories if you come out to the VIP.
Yes.
So that
Sure, why not? Why not?
there you go. So that's just a greater incentive. So Seanie, thanks again for joining us. It's been a real pleasure to get a chance to talk with you in advance of this concert. We're really excited to have you out, and I'm sure our listeners can't wait to get out there and hear you play live in the House of Blues.
Yes, we had the pleasure of getting to talk to Seanie, and if you want that same pleasure, make sure you get your VIP tickets. They are $45. If you can't make it to the VIP, go ahead and get your tickets now. So there's only $15 and $20 at the door. We are going to have a blast. We can't wait to welcome Seanie over here to Cleveland.